Hello everyone, welcome back to the Film Insight channel. Hell's Kitchen is always on fire. From Chef Ramsay to the contestants, things can get heated very quickly. But there's one element that has always fueled the fire. We're talking about the customers.
Well
Chef.
done. Can you just shut the up for 30 seconds?
Excuse me, we've been waiting for food for about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
So, why don't you off?
How nice. He tells us to off.
Please, let's go. Let's go.
And he's being rude to me.
Will you, yeah? Move your ass, will you, yeah?
And these were the most annoying. So sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get right into the content, guys. We're starting with Chef Ramsay versus 4 ladies.
Can we just get some olive tapenade?
Let's go. Just ignore these bimbos.
They say the customer is king, but sometimes it becomes challenging to handle the difficult ones. They can get picky and impatient. You wouldn't want to wait forever for your food to reach your table, but that doesn't mean you can disturb a chef in the middle of a service. And if the chef happens to be Chef Ramsay, you might have gotten yourself into some serious trouble. In Season 1, Episode 1, about an hour into dinner service, one of the Blue Kitchen's tables was upset about waiting for their food. It had been 50 minutes since their order, and there was no sight of food. Ralph Pagano, a contestant in Season 1 who worked as a waiter that night, was about to go and get an estimated time, but the customers were impatient. They could no longer contain their frustration. So they took matters into their own hands and walked up to Chef Ramsay of all people. It was a big mistake because this happened.
Do something well done. Can you just shut the up for 30 seconds? Yes, we can.
Can we just get some olive tapenade?
Let's go. Just ignore these bimbos. Hey, yes.
Nobody will listen to us. We're not...
The disheartened customers returned to their table. 2 hours down and the women could not hold back any longer. They walked over to Chef Ramsay yet again, and this happened.
Yes, ladies.
You hurt my friend's feelings.
I hurt your friend's feelings.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why?
she's very upset because you told her to off.
Oh, really? Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, can you tell her I meant it?
Yeah, all right, I'll tell her.
Can you both? Jean-Philippe, s'il vous plaît. Can you escort these 2 ladies, please? Back to plastic surgery.
Ladies, please.
I guess the ladies finally had their fill after being shut down so brutally and stopped pestering. Chef Ramsay versus arrogant customer.
Right, can I just say you do all for me either? What do you want me to... You do nothing for me either.
Cooking dishes need a lot of brain power, especially if you are cooking in a professional kitchen, and if each dish needs a different cooking style. Chefs need to concentrate, and if someone tries to disturb that focus, sweet mercy, that never ends well. In Season 1, Episode 2, 2 hours into the service, the Red Kitchen was behind with their entrees, and one of their tables was growing impatient. Rather than waiting for Jean-Philippe, who was waiting tables for the day, to get an answer from Chef Ramsay, one of the guests from the table went directly to Chef Ramsay with his complaint.
I just don't understand why it's so difficult to serve some people their food.
Are you that arrogant? You haven't got a clue what's going on behind me?
It seems like you have a lot of amateur sous chefs.
Right. Finally, your head's coming outside your arsehole. Now sit down, you fucking dick.
The customer got an answer from Chef Ramsay, but the next thing the customer did was something he shouldn't have. Well, here's what went down at the counter. Another table joined in and walked up to Chef Ramsay with their complaint, if that wasn't enough.
Excuse me, we've been waiting for food for about 2 hours and 45 minutes now. And we were curious about that.
Chef Ramsay, who by that time was furious with Jeffrey Dewberry's performance, rained down on them like never before. He made it loud and clear, and here's how that went down.
Well, you're a clever girl, aren't you? It's a new restaurant. Yeah, it's been a tough night.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, so why don't you off? Asparagus, please.
How nice. He tells us to off.
Next up, customer versus pumpkin risotto.
Let me just serve this table.
Why is there no pumpkin in my risotto?
Right, can you get out of the way?
Customers can be of different kinds. Have you come across those who finish half of their plate and then complain about it? Not just that, some of them even ask for a refire. Of course, sometimes restaurants oblige to their requests. But whether the customer is content with the service or not, they sure did give you a hard time. Something similar happened in Season 2, Episode 1. A customer for the Blue Kitchen was not happy with his appetizer. He ordered pumpkin risotto and felt that there wasn't much pumpkin.
There's no pumpkin.
There's like these little
There's no pumpkin.
I don't want it.
You don't want it. Well, you finished it almost.
After eating half of it, he got into a heated argument with Jean-Philippe and asked for a refire. Jean-Philippe later noticed that he had already eaten half of the portion and confronted the customer about the same. The customer didn't like being questioned. He brushed past Jean-Philippe and headed straight towards Chef Ramsay. Not the greatest of ideas, you see. This is how he approached Chef Ramsay.
Are you always gonna be that rude and interrupt when I'm trying to talk?
I just want more pumpkin. That's all I want.
Right, well, I'll get you more pumpkin. I'll ram it right up your ass. Would you like it whole or diced? Can we get security and get Knob back to the seat, please, yeah?
Chef Ramsay was in the middle of the service when the customer complained about the food. The customer used an arrogant tone and showed a bad attitude too. Wrong move. What Chef Ramsay did next will leave you feeling shocked. We're pretty sure that the customer will remember this incident for the rest of his life. Customer versus Giraffe Lady.
Take the giraffe back to the table, please. Service, please. Let's go. Let's go.
He's being rude to me.
Hell's Kitchen is an open kitchen, and customers can see everything happening in and around the kitchen. But some customers don't choose to only look over the counters in the kitchen, they try to engage in conversation instead. And when the exchange happens to be a complaint, things can get real messy quickly.
Off. Off. What do they say?
Chicken being cold, chef. Chicken being cold.
And that's what happened in this case. In Season 3, Episode 5, 2 hours into dinner service, one of the Blue Kitchen's tables grew impatient. When Jean-Philippe came to inform them about the delay in the main course, the customers retorted that they didn't even get their appetizers yet. Instead of sorting out the matter with Jean-Philippe, one of the customers went straight to Chef Ramsay to complain about the issue.
Please, madam. Service, please.
We've been waiting for a long time.
Jean-Philippe, what table's the lady from, please, so we can find out where her food is, please?
23, chef.
23, blue, yes? Take the giraffe back to the table, please. Service, please. Let's go. Let's go.
He's being rude to me.
Will you, yeah? Move your ass, will you, yeah?
Jean-Philippe even warned the customer not to reach out to Chef Ramsay, but the customer had already made up her mind. Not the kind of description she would like for herself, don't you think? We're not endorsing such behavior, but what Chef Ramsay did will keep the customer from complaining again to any other chef. Chef Ramsay versus Quail customer.
It's beef, you idiot. They eat tartare. You've never heard of that, have you?
It's low-grade beef.
Go and have a shave, you knobhead.
Low-grade dog.
Let's go.
If we have any complaints regarding our food in a restaurant, we either tell the server or the manager, even if the food is from a live counter. But a few customers think it's okay to engage one-to-one with the chef, and that too while they're seated at Hell's Kitchen. In Season 7, Episode 8, one of the customers was not happy with how his beef was cooked. Jean-Philippe almost always knows how things are going to end for the customer, but despite his several attempts to keep them cool at the tables, sometimes it just doesn't work. After all, the customers are always right. Or are they? So instead of talking about it to Jean-Philippe, he went straight to Chef Ramsay. So when the customer went up to Chef Ramsay, he didn't speak at first. He just tossed the plate and stood still for Chef Ramsay to respond. Nothing prepared him for what followed next. When the customer tried to play smart, this is what happened.
Well, talk to me. Look at me. Look, excuse me. Hey. Don't come in here acting like jumped up like some little gym bunny. Now, do me a favour. That's his job. You off, yes?
You're trying to poison me?
Poison you? What a It's beef, you idiot. They eat tartare.
Back to your seat, bro. You don't walk up to Chef Ramsay and school him about food. Never again. Chef Ramsay versus Whistling Lady.
Chef!
Right. Don't whistle at me. I'm not your dog. Woo. Gotta get whistled at.
In Season 5, Episode 9, a customer from the Red Kitchen didn't like the appetizer they were served.
Has absolutely zero flavor. It's like eating a piece of paper.
What's the matter?
The beef carpaccio, no seasoning whatsoever, chef. Bland. Absolutely bland.
When the refired one was served, she still didn't like it, and in turn accused the kitchen of giving the same plate to her again. Rather than complaining about it to Jean-Philippe, the customer decided to confront Chef Ramsay. Now, we all know how this will go, but here's what happened.
Yes, Chef!
Yes, madam.
Totally flat, no flavor.
The customer didn't even care that Chef Ramsay was busy and continued to interrupt. When Chef Ramsay didn't pay the customer any attention, she decided to do something totally out of the blue. Wondering what? Check it out.
Chef!
Right, don't whistle at me. I'm not your f***ing dog, yeah? You look more like a dog than I do. F*** will you? Fresh beef carpaccio now, yes? Woo, better get whistled at.
The customer did get her second refire, but what Chef Ramsay said while giving it to the server will make you laugh aloud. The comment he made is legendary.
Did you hear her whistling at me, that lady? Give that to the dog, yes? Put a lead on it in case she runs off the plate.
I hope she learned her lesson not to be disrespectful to anyone. Whistling to Chef Ramsay? What was she thinking? Anyway, on to the next. Chef Ramsay versus Lady.
Would you mind taking your breath off my hot plate? Yeah, look at that. How can I serve food with those things there?
The service industry is a crazy workplace. Whether you're in the front or the back of the house, each individual needs to prepare mentally, physically, and emotionally. The immense pressure they are put through during a service can sometimes be overwhelming, and the last thing you want around you are intruders. In Season 2, Episode 7, all the black jacket holders struggled with their dinner service. 2 hours into the service, the team was finally able to send out all the entrees to all the tables. But unfortunately, they missed out on one. A furious customer decided to share a piece of his mind with Chef Ramsay. It looked more like, who cares if Chef Ramsay was busy with plating? Let's just disturb him. For once, Chef Ramsay politely asked the customer to wait.
Service, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Rose.
Yeah, I'll be 30 seconds right now. I just asked for 30 seconds. If you can just be so kind, I'm in the middle of serving a table.
But the customer had zero patience. And this is what happened next.
Service.
How long do you think it might be?
Would you mind taking your breath off my hot plate? Yeah, look at that. How can I serve food with those things there? Chicken. Security, please.
That didn't go down well now, did it? Some customers will never learn. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Who do you think was the most annoying customer on the show? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, do give us a like and share. Also, subscribe to our channel to never miss out on our content.